Welcome everyone to the first and only sports gambling game show. I'm your host Sean, stacking the money green, and tonight on Let It Ride, two members of our dysfunctional SGPN family go head to head to prove who is D-Gen Patrick Mahomes and who is D-Gen Rashawn Holmes. Let's welcome on the favorite. This is his third appearance on Let It Ride. And if he wins this week, he'll be our longest running champion. He's the co-host of the Bout That Action podcast. Give it up for the prepubescent pretty boy of prop bets, Kyle Whatnall. Kyle, how does it feel to be our only champion whose reign stretched over 2 years?
Yeah, man, I'm starting to get used to the theme music. I hear it in my sleep, Sean. I'm getting comfortable here in this spot. But I can't get complacent. I got to stay sharp. I might be the worst trivia player in this game show's history, but I've made it count where it counts with the picks. So hopefully I'll keep it that way.
Yeah, that is the goal, to give out the good picks. The trivia helps build your bankroll, and then you give out the picks. Of course, Kyle, loves the 2-team teaser, which I'm sure we'll make fun of more as the show goes along. And now for the contender, this week's underdog. You've read his DFS articles over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, and he still proudly lists being a member of the XFL press in his Twitter bio. This guy is a soldier on the street and loves football like a feline in heat. Please welcome Rod, the hot bod Villagomez. Rod, you not only serve SGPN, but also the U.S. Army Reserve. How do you see yourself as a contestant? Are you a George Patton, or are you a drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket? Give us a military reference to compare you to as a contestant.
I might be the guy jumping on the grenade tonight, because you've got me going against the 2-year champ. Is really what it is. I'm the sacrificial lamb, and that's cool. But you're going down today, Kyle.
I do like that. Yeah, he's there. He's in the foxhole. He sees someone throwing out maybe a Colts money line, decides to take one for the team, hop on that grenade, blow himself up. All right, just a quick review on how the game works. Round 1, I test their sports gambling knowledge with trivia questions. In round 2, we look at how many units each contestant won with their lock, dog, and tease from last weekend's action. And in the final round, they'll give us their best bets for this super wild card weekend. Whoever's the most units come Monday morning wins, and will return to battle it out on round 1. Questions are worth 10 points. Kyle, you're the defending champion. You're up first. This category, spread them. Which super wild card weekend team had the worst record against the spread? Was it the A, Cleveland Browns, B, Washington football team, C, Tampa Bay Bucks, D, New Orleans Saints? Which team had the worst against the spread record?
I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints.
Kyle, you got cute there. You overthought it. It was the Cleveland Browns. That's right. Baker, 11-5 straight up, only 6-10 against the spread. One of the worst teams against the spread. Dallas was the only other team to cover fewer spreads. And of course, we know Dallas sucks. I don't know if you caught the news. Jerry Jones bragging about the fact that the Cowboys, even though disappointing season, had the most attendance at a sporting event in a global pandemic. I shit you not. He was bragging about they had the most attendance ever in a pandemic season. Can't make that up. Rod, you're up. This category, fantasy freaks. Which super wild card quarterback outperformed his DraftKings price by the highest margin this season? Is it A, Tom Brady, B, Josh Allen, C, Russell Wilson, or D, Ryan Tannehill? Who outperformed their DraftKings price by the biggest margin? Brady, Allen, Russell Wilson, or Ryan Tannehill, as Colby would call him?
I tell you what, I think we're going to say Allen in this case.
You are correct, Josh Allen. Wow, who saw that coming? Oh, that's right, me, Sean, stacking the money green. Who gave you Josh Allen, #1 fantasy football quarterback overall months ago? You're welcome, America. All right, Kyle, you're up. The category is get over it. Which Super Wildcard Weekend team was number 1 this season in hitting the over, averaging 7.7 points more than their projected game totals? Who was the best team over the spread? Titans. B, LA Rams. C, Seattle Seahawks. Or D, Pittsburgh Steelers. Who is the best over bet this season? Titans, Rams, Seahawks, or Steelers?
I'm going to go with the Steelers. Rod's shaking his head.
Rod, you are a man who knows your totals and the Tennessee Titans. That's right. The Tennessee Titans, a coach, of course, who once said he was willing to cut off his dick just to get to the Super Bowl. That's going to encourage some point scoring. I don't know what he's got to do to get him to play defense, but either way, Titans have been killing it on the over. It's time for our wild card questions worth 20 points. Kyle, you just graduated from college, so there's no reason for you not to know this. Which numbers does the NCAA not allow on the back of a basketball jersey? Is it A, 6 and 9, B, 5, 6, 7, 9, C, 6, 7, 8, 9, or D, 7 and 9? There are a collection of numbers you can't wear on a basketball jersey in college basketball. What is it? 6 and 9, 5, 6, 7, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7 and 9.
6 and 9.
That is incorrect. It's actually 6, 7, 8, and 9, but you're right. They did eliminate 6 and 9. Main reason why Gronk went to play football instead of college basketball. All right.
You go.
And the real reason is because when you're doing fouls, you need to be able to do them with one hand. And I know that because I got a technical foul in a rec league basketball game for wearing 86 to honor Zach Ertz. R.I.P. Zach Ertz. All right, Rod, your final category: hot dogs. Which of the following Super Wildcard teams played the most games this season as an underdog? Is it the A, Baltimore Ravens, B, Indianapolis Colts, C, Chicago Bears, or D, Buffalo Bills? Team that played the most games as an underdog. Ravens, Colts, Bears, Bills.
Yeah, sorry. Let's go with the Bears.
You are correct, Rod. That's right. The Chicago Bears, who Kramer thinks I'm crazy for believing that they have a chance to win outright against the Saints. I definitely still think they have a chance to cover that 10-point spread. All right, guys, it's time for some more wild card questions. Or sorry, these are your wild card questions. Rod, match these athletes to the branch of military they served in. So I'm going to give you 4 athletes, and you're going to tell me which branch of the military they served in. We have David Robinson, Nolan Ryan, Arnold Palmer, and Jesse the Body Ventura. Match them up with the branches of government they served in. We have Army, Navy SEALs, Navy, and Coast Guard. And of course, you have David Robinson, Nolan Ryan, Arnold Palmer, and Jesse the Body Ventura.
All right. Well, I already know that David Robinson was in the Navy. Right? We're gonna go with Arnold Palmer as part of the Coast Guard.
Okay, 2 more you got to match.
All right, and then who was the other 2?
Nolan Ryan. You have Nolan Ryan left and Arnold Palmer left, and you have Army and Coast Guard left.
All right, I'm gonna say that Jesse the Body was in the Army, and then Nolan Ryan was in
So sorry. You have Nolan Ryan left, and you have Arnold Palmer left. I think did you already say Jesse the Body Navy SEALs or no?
No, I didn't say Jesse the Body. I said Jesse the Body was not Navy SEALs.
Okay.
Okay. Arnold Palmer, Coast Guard is what I said.
Okay.
I said basketball was in the Navy. David Robinson. Well, you made this convoluted, didn't you?
This is Ryan Rich Fat Baby McKee. We're gonna have to talk about these. The multiple choices. The match game is too much for our contestants to handle. So you have Nolan Ryan left, and you have Jesse the Body Ventura left, and you have Army and Navy SEALs left.
All right. I don't think Arnold Palmer was a Navy SEAL. So Arnold Palmer in the Army, and then Jesse the Body is a Navy SEAL.
Okay. We just got to move on, but I'll give you the correct answer because you are serving in the military. David Robinson, Navy, Nolan Ryan, Army, Arnold Palmer, Coast Guard, and Jesse the Body Ventura is the Navy SEALs. And of course, Navy SEAL also believes 9/11 was an inside job. And Kyle, maybe you're accusing us of an inside job because Rod is out to a big lead. You're sitting on 0 points. Meanwhile, Rod, let's do the math here on Rod's score. He's coming in. Correct me if I'm wrong. 40 points. What are we at? Judges, what are we at for Rod's score? Yes, Rod has 40, and Kyle, you have 0. All right, now we're gonna take a look at how you did this past weekend. Kyle, what was your lock, dog, and tease from this past weekend?
So this past weekend, I had 20 units on my lock. I got by the European soccer again. I had Liverpool to beat Southampton. Liverpool lost that game. They're in terrible form right now, even though they're the head of the table. I had 15 units on my dog, which was the Dallas Mavericks to beat the Miami Heat at +106. That worked out well for me. And then lastly, I had 15 units on, as you mentioned, a 2-team teaser. I had the Eagles +9, who covered when they were trying everything they could not to cover against the Washington football team. And then I had the Seattle Seahawks -0.5 against the 49ers.
Well, I'm glad you pointed that out, Kyle, because in spite of Ryan's crazy accusations that Doug Peterson was throwing the game, they did cover the 6.5, and of course they did cover your tease +9. Your lock failed again. I don't know what I have to do. Just trying to get the young people off of soccer. It's really troubling to see our young people being taken away by soccer. Okay, so with those spreads from last week, you're sitting on 59 units. Rod, what was your lock, dog, and tease from last week?
Well, I went with my lock, the Vikings -7 against the Lions, and I don't know how in the world
they were dominating the whole game. And the line closed at 3. I was sitting in this very studio looking at Kramer going, I should take the Vikings -3. I should take the Vikings -3. And in a rare move of restraint, I didn't actually bet the Vikings -3. So I got lucky there, but yeah, the -7, that was cooked.
Yeah, that was totally cooked. So I was 20 units, 15 units went on Steelers 9 against the Browns, which thank God that happened. That was the and then I had 15 units. Now listen, this is where Kyle was this was cooked because I had to learn what a tease was. I'm DJing as you want me to be. So I totally misread the tease. I teased Cincinnati +7.5 against Baltimore, and of course that went nowhere. And then I teased Jacksonville +8 and against Indianapolis, and they didn't even show up. So yeah, my teases teased me.
Yeah. Well, this is, if anything, an education show, and hopefully, Rod, we can teach you to figure out teases and get that kind of sorted out for you. But 40 plus 29 units you won on the games has you sitting at an amazing 69. If only
Great
Gronk,
place to be.
If only Gronk was here. Yeah, depending on whether you're the 6 or the 9. All right, Kyle. Now it's time to defend your bad beat. Whoever gives the most convincing excuse on why it wasn't your fault, your pick shit the bed, wins 10 units. Again, though, you're on the clock. You only have 15 seconds. Kyle, I tried to talk you out of soccer. What were you thinking? Defend your soccer.
So I'll actually go a little deep into this 15 seconds here. Liverpool actually got rid of their striker named Danny Ings. They sold him to Southampton, and he actually was the one to score the game-winning goal against his former team. This mistake goes all the way back to the Liverpool front office, getting rid of the wrong players. You can't put this one on me. Credit to Danny Ings. He came out and showed out, but I had the right pick, just the wrong day.
Got to be honest, Kyle. You lost me at Liverpool front office. Rod, how could anyone watch the season and put the Bengals and Jaguars in a teaser?
Well, start the music because I'm about to tell you why. I gotta tell you right now, there is no way on God's green earth that a guy who didn't know what a tease was couldn't figure out what a tease was 10 seconds before I put this together. So all I'm saying is that I did a lot of studying and put it in the wrong application. I listened to the wrong YouTube guy. I should have been listening to you guys all along.
This is tough because on one hand, I don't want to reward Kyle for continuing to bet on soccer. On the other hand, Rod admitted to watching or viewing other gambling content, and I don't think I should reward that. But Rod, you are an active service member, so you get the 10 bonus points.
I respect that.
Congratulations, Rod. Yeah, come on, Kyle. Well, you're not you're not active in the military.
No.
Okay, so Kyle, you're sitting at 59 points, and Rod, you are sitting at a whopping 79 points. Time for some wild card weekend picks here on. So Rod, you're in the lead with 79 units. I'll let you throw them out however you please.
All right, I am going to throw 25 units on my lock of the week, which is Buffalo -6.5 against Indianapolis.
Smart man.
I mean, you can't, right? And plus, if I didn't pick and Adam heard that, I'd be in the darkness. Can't do that to my man. I'm going to go another. Let's see, that leaves me with can't do quick math. Another 20 units on my dog, which is Cleveland +5.5 versus Pittsburgh. I think that they'll at least cover. They may not win, but I think they'll cover. And then I finally learned how to work a 2-team tease. So let's go for this one. What's that? 20-55. What does that leave me with? Another 24? I think that's where we're at.
Yes, correct.
I'll throw the 24 on the tease. And I got Chicago. I'm teasing them up to +16 against New Orleans.
Sounds like a Colby tease right there.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
And then Washington, I'm going to tease them up to +15. So that'll be
okay. Wow, a lot of points to get in the National Football League. Kyle, you have 59 units. Need to cover a little ground against Rod. What are you doing here for Super Wild Card Weekend?
All right, I'm going to go with, let's take 20 of those units. Let's take the Seattle Seahawks money line as my lock of the week. They're going to get the job done against the Rams. They make a lot of games close. Hopefully it's not too close, but I just trust Russell Wilson in this spot. So that's where I'm going to put my lock down. 20 units on that. For my dog, let's go 19 units here on my dog. I'm going to take the Titans +3 against the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, had an absolute nightmare in the playoffs last year. I just can't trust them here to not make this a close game. I'll take the Titans plus the points as my dog. Last but not least, the last 20 units I have remaining. Of course, I'm going to do a 2-team tease. I'm 2-0 with them. I'm going to keep doing that. Let's take the Saints -4 against the Bears and the Bills -0.5 against the Colts. A good 6-point 2-team tease to close it out. So got me to the dance.
All right. Yeah. Well, you can't change a horse midstream, as Colby likes to say. All right, guys, that'll do it for us here at Let It Ride. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. Subscribe to the Sports Gambling Podcast Network feed for episodes about that action, and check out sportsgamblingpodcast.com for all of Rob's writing and of course, Rod, and all our free picks and contents over there. For Let It Ride, this is Sean Green reminding you, help control the betting public. Have your DGen spayed or neutered.
Let it ride.
You like that? You like that?
You don't have a problem, no need to feel lonely. Everyone is family when it's DGens only. Making picks to get you off the schneid. It's time to let